Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my beautiful friends, wherever, no matter where you are in the world, welcome. Okay, it's Mike Duffy checking in here, and I believe it is November 28th. I should know my dates, but I'm self employed, and sometimes the weeks go really fast. So it's Tuesday. It's not that busy. It will be a busy week. It's just, I know that it's Tuesday, so I haven't forgotten what day it is. Anyway, I have to drive an hour to downtown Calgary to go to, it's probably not an hour, probably like 45, 50 minutes, but regardless, most of an hour. I have a technology conference called iTech Calgary. So, me sitting in a room on hours on end, learning about stuff with vendors trying to pitch me. So, we'll see if anybody remembers me because I was just at a different conference in October in Canmore, Alberta. So, like a month ago, I was in Canmore. It's not the same conference, but maybe same vendors. We'll find out. I'm crossing my fingers that they're going to feed us this year because last year they didn't. But then the year before during COVID, it was box lunches. And the year before that, it was take home. So you're like, they still did these events during COVID and there were still food. And then last year, not going to feed you at all. We're going to give you a complimentary beer at 5 p.m., but we're kind of feed you all throughout the day. And it's like, this is the strangest conference I've ever been to where you don't get fed. Anyway, notes for the day are everything's possible if you believe in yourself. You need to believe in yourself first, foremost, and everything else will fall into place. But if you have any doubts, that is when everything falls to the ground and then you're going to get stuck. So, number one, believe in yourself. Number two, you're capable of 10x dreams with the proper mindset. Need to have this programmed properly. So if you have traumas from childhood, past relationships, you got to fix that first. Season 1 of my speed dating with magicmike.com, we interviewed Carl Mima from ARDR1.com. I'm pretty sure that's the right website. They do brain balancing. And what that is that they test your brain through frequencies. And they want to make sure left and right brain are synchronized. They won't be synchronized if you have trauma in the past. So my wife and I both went through that training in earlier this year, and she had a lot more stuff to work through. So we got an app, we got a yearly membership, we got an app. There's sounds that you listen to, and that is going to balance your brain. That's going to fix the left and the right hemisphere and how they talk together. So if you have some trauma, well, you don't know, but I'm going to teach you this right now. If you have trauma where you run into situations and they make you're fucking pissed, you're angry. That is because left and right hemisphere cannot process what you're dealing with as a person, and they're fighting instant rage, instant anger. So we've done that. I didn't know that it was a problem until I went through Carl told us we went to the networking meeting I went to last week, Wednesday, where I did my master class. Well, every month it's somebody new. And when Carl had presented on his like a year before that, I'm like, oh, hey, that sounds like a problem we both might have. And it's very inexpensive for what service that they provide. So I'm going to have to go and find the podcast for it because I know I have published it. It's season 1 of my speed dating with Magic Mike, but I've only put the initial 6 episodes up out of like 40 some, 50 some that we've recorded. So anyway, you are capable of 10 extremes with the proper mindset. If you get the wrong mindset, things pop up in your day and you get super angry, you gotta fix that first. You gotta figure out what are your triggers and just start chopping them off and just move through them, or you're gonna get stuck being pissed off with everything. Because what happens is when you start changing your mindset, pursuing big goals, you're going to have a lot of roadblocks in your way. There's just going to be stuff that pop, and that's life. God, that's testing you to see if you're even capable of moving to the next level, right? So you're going to start here, and then you're going to learn some stuff and move up here, and then you're going to learn something. Like every time you get to the next level, God's going to be testing you. Can you get past life's tests? Some people get super angry about everything. You know they're going to be stuck at a low vibrational frequency their whole life. What we want to reach is that authenticity frequency, which is the highest frequency leaving your brain, 4,000 times stronger than love. But in order to get to be authentic, you got to get past all of these other hurdles that are holding back your vibrational frequency. Okay. Number 3 for the day, and I got to go. If someone tells you you can't do it, you know you're on the right path and must find a way forward doing it. Best example of this is a business partner telling you, I was talking to somebody yesterday and he's like, I can't do this, I can't do this, I can't do this. And I'm like, you know you're on the right path and somebody's telling you no. You got to clear those objections. Yes, it may be painful. Yes, there might be a lot of money tied into it, but it doesn't matter. If you are not happy, you're going to be depressed. And that's going to lead you down a downward spiral. So if you're running into roadblocks, I know it's like me when I was running my other franchise and I kept, I started implementing 10X principles. For 2 years, I got in trouble for everything I tried doing. So implementing a real 24/7 call center, not the fake one they had. So real 24/7 call center, email lists, websites that actually work and give you online booking, all the stuff I was implementing, I was getting scolded for. I was getting in trouble for. You know you're on the right path when people hate what you're doing because they didn't come up with it first. When the government says, oh, social didn't, the COVID bullshit. When there is stuff like that introduced into your world, you run, what Grant Cardone says is you run the opposite way. You're not going to let external forces impact your day because if you do, you're a sheeple and you're never going to go anywhere in your life. So you need to stand out. You need to do the opposite of what everybody tells you because people are going to tell you to just conform, and you don't want to do that if you want to be great and do great things in your life. So anyway, words of wisdom this morning. It's 7:08. I have to go. So I'm going to bid you farewell and I'll see you later.